Welcome to the first episode of Nautical Nerd Maritime Archaeology. To start off, I think it's important to define a few concepts. The first is archaeology. So what is archaeology? Archaeology is essentially the study of the human past through material remains. And material remains can be anything. They can be amphoras, they can be pipes, buttons, you name it. Examining these objects can tell us a lot about different cultures and the humans that used them. So, what is maritime archaeology? Maritime archaeology is a comprehensive term encompassing the study of human interactions with the sea, rivers, lakes, and other bodies of water. It goes beyond the physical remains of shipwrecks and underwater sites, extending to structures like ports, harbors, and waterfront settlements. This discipline investigates the maritime aspects of cultures, trade routes, seafaring technologies, and societies. The examination of shipwrecks, cargo, and navigation tools not only provide insights into maritime history, but also sheds light on broader historical, economic, and social contexts. So basically, maritime archaeology is the term used that encompasses all of humans' interactions with bodies of water. You may have also heard of underwater archaeology. So what is this? Underwater archaeology focuses primarily on the investigation and excavation of submerged sites and artifacts, including shipwrecks and sunken cities. The challenges posed by underwater environments necessitate specialized techniques such as scuba diving, remote sensing, which is using sonar and magnetometry, and conservation methods tailored to the preservation of waterlogged materials. This field requires a deep understanding of the unique conditions that affect preservation underwater, ranging from saltwater corrosion to biological interactions. By piecing together fragments from these underwater puzzles, archaeologists unveil stories of maritime disasters, cultural exchange, and technological evolution. So in a sense, underwater archaeology is really just archaeology taking place underwater. You may have also heard of nautical archaeology. Nautical archaeology is a more specific subset of maritime archaeology that centers on the study of watercraft and associated artifacts. It delves into the construction techniques, navigation methods, and functional roles of vessels throughout history. Nautical archaeologists dissect shipwrecks and artifacts to glean insights into seafaring practices, ranging from prehistoric canoes to naval warships. By examining ship construction, rigging, cargo storage, and even cannons, nautical archaeology provides a vivid window into the daily lives of mariners and the broader maritime culture of their times. While distinct in their focus, these disciplines often collaborate due to their intertwined nature. Maritime archaeology provides the overarching framework within which underwater and nautical archaeology operate. The insights gained from underwater excavations and nautical studies contribute to the broader understanding of maritime history and its significance in shaping human civilizations. Additionally, technological advancements in underwater exploration, such as remotely operated vehicles and advanced imaging techniques, have revolutionized all three disciplines, enabling researchers to explore deeper and document more accurately. In the field of uncovering submerged history, maritime archaeology, underwater archaeology, and nautical archaeology each play a crucial role in piecing together the puzzle of humanity's maritime past. Whether investigating shipwrecks as windows into ancient seafaring or deciphering the intricate construction of vessels, these disciplines collectively shed light on the dynamic relationships between people, technology, and the vast expanses of water that have shaped our world. So now that we have discussed some definitions, what do underwater archaeologists actually do in the field? Not only is underwater archaeology a captivating field, it can also be very dangerous. Underwater archaeology involves a variety of different techniques, such as diving, surveying, mapping and documentation, excavation, conservation, as well as replication. To start off with, diving. Diving is the backbone of underwater archaeology and is usually how people are introduced to the field. Diving enables researchers to physically access submerged sites. Trained archaeologists and divers plunge into the depths, encountering unique challenges such as buoyancy, visibility, and pressure. By skillfully navigating these challenges, underwater archaeologists can directly observe artifacts and structures, providing first-hand insights into the past. Survey. Survey is a meticulous process that involves systematically documenting and assessing underwater sites. This stage often employs remote sensing techniques like sonar and magnetometers to identify potential sites before divers are deployed. These tools create detailed maps of the underwater landscape, guiding researchers to areas of interest and streamlining the subsequent phases of exploration. Next up, we have mapping and documentation, which are crucial for capturing the intricate details of underwater sites. High-resolution imaging methods such as photogrammetry and laser scannings are used to create accurate 3D models of artifacts and structures. These digital replicas not only aid in analysis, but also serve as a record for future research and public outreach. This may be what you're most familiar with, but to actually get to this step involves a lot of other types of recording. Mainly the old school way of just measuring things and plotting out measurements on waterproof paper. In blackwater sites, photography is not an option. Laser scanning is also very difficult to do underwater and may not be suitable for all sites. Most mapping and documentation of underwater sites involves just using hand tapes and rulers and measuring things by hand. Next, we have excavation, which in underwater archaeology involves carefully uncovering and recovering artifacts from submerged sites. Delicate tools and techniques are employed to minimize disturbance and preserve fragile materials. Unlike land-based archaeology, underwater excavations contend with factors like shifting currents and limited visibility, requiring adaptability and precision. Some of these underwater excavation tools include dive gear, underwater metal detectors, dredges, water induction dredges, lifting bags, sieves, screens, and usually a boat topside. So what happens when you take artifacts that have been under sediment and water for hundreds of years out of this environment? You need to conserve them, otherwise they will rapidly deteriorate. Conservation is therefore the next step. Conservation of underwater artifacts is a complex process that addresses the challenges posed by waterlogged materials. These artifacts, once brought to the surface, are prone to rapid deterioration due to exposure to oxygen and environmental changes. Conservators employ specialized techniques to stabilize and preserve these artifacts, ensuring their long-term survival and study. Within conservation, there's replication, which involves recreating artifacts and structures found underwater, enabling researchers to conduct experiments and gain further insights. Replica creation can aid in understanding the original manufacturing processes, material properties, and functional purposes of artifacts. Additionally, replicas can be displayed in museums or educational settings, offering the public a tangible connection to the past. Underwater archaeology is a dynamic discipline that requires a diverse set of skills and methodologies to explore submerged sites and unravel the mysteries they hold. Through the methods we discussed, archaeologists piece together stories from the depths, offering a glimpse into humanity's maritime heritage and fostering a deeper understanding of our collective history. This is the most important aspect of archaeology, whether it's on land or underwater. These sites are non-renewable resources, and they can tell us an extraordinary amount of information about the people who came before. Therefore, it's necessary to discuss what archaeology is not, and that is treasure hunting. The allure of uncovering hidden riches and valuable artifacts has captured human imagination forever. However, beneath the surface of this romanticized notion lies a dark reality. Treasure hunting, often portrayed glamorously in popular culture through movies, books, and video games, has garnered attention for its adverse effects on cultural heritage, ecosystems, and ethical considerations. Treasure hunting can result in the irreversible destruction of cultural heritage. Illicit looting and unregulated excavation methods frequently damage or completely destroy historical sites, erasing valuable information about past cultures. This not only deprives societies and their shared history, but also impedes scholarly understanding and opportunities for future research. Treasure hunters are typically only interested in gold, silver, and other valuables as a way to get rich quick. In order to obtain these materials, they often destroy the sites themselves. The value of an artifact extends beyond its physical form. Context, which is the spatial and temporal relationships an artifact holds within its original environment, provides vital insights into its significance and purpose. When treasure hunters remove artifacts from their context, these valuable clues are lost forever, diminishing the depth of knowledge that can be learned. Treasure hunting can have severe ecological consequences, particularly in the underwater environment. Unregulated activities like underwater dredging or excavation can damage delicate ecosystems, disrupt marine life habitats, and disturb sediment layers that play a crucial role in maintaining the underwater ecosystem's balance. Treasure hunting often fuels illegal trafficking and the black market trade of artifacts. These activities can fund criminal organizations, contribute to money laundering, and even finance conflicts. Additionally, the demand for rare and valuable artifacts perpetuates a cycle of looting and destruction, leading to a loss of cultural heritage on a global scale. Treasure hunting also raises the ethical questions about the ownership and stewardship of cultural heritage. Indigenous communities, descendants of the civilizations in question, and local populations often have legitimate claims to the artifacts found on their ancestral lands. Unethical acquisition and trade can exploit these communities and further marginalize their voices. The destruction caused by treasure hunting chips away at the collective heritage of humanity. By erasing significant aspects of our shared history, these actions hinder cross-cultural understanding and the fostering of connections between different societies. Preserving and respecting cultural heritage encourages a more comprehensive understanding of human development and societal progress. While treasure hunting may appear enticing on the surface, and has no doubt actually inspired many archaeologists, a deeper examination reveals its detrimental impacts on cultural heritage, ecosystems, and ethical considerations. The loss of context, destruction of valuable information, environmental damage, illegal trade, and erosion of shared history underline the urgency of addressing these issues. Preservation of cultural heritage demands responsible practices that respect the significance of historical sites and artifacts for the enrichment of current and future generations. If you are a treasure hunter or aspire to be one, I invite you to continue to listen to this podcast so that you can learn the importance of science and archaeology over the temporary gain of treasure hunting. Archaeology sites belong to everyone so that we can learn who we are through the material remains of the people who came before us. Archaeology does not attempt to explain the past, it attempts to understand the present, and so much information can be lost forever, not just through treasure hunting, but also neglect. As centuries pass and material remains are destroyed, the information they can tell us is lost forever. Without archaeology, we wouldn't know a lot of information about prehistoric life and culture, ancient civilizations, the evolution of technology and innovation, cultural interaction and exchange, understanding art and aesthetics, the origin of agriculture and domestication, religious and ritual practices, language and communication, environmental and climate history, and challenges and adaptations to change. Archaeology is basically a time machine that allows us to peer into the distant past, offering insights into the complex tapestry of human history, behavior, and cultural evolution. Without archaeology, much of this rich heritage would remain concealed, leaving us with a fragmented and incomplete understanding of our shared past. I hope you'll continue to join me as we discuss more of these concepts in future episodes. Thank you.